Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Laura Bakewell and here we bake things pretty well. Today we are going to be making a key lime pie. So the first thing you want to do is go ahead and make your crust. So in here I have about 1.5 cups of graham cracker crumbs. You can also just use about 12 sheets of graham crackers. I just bought the crumbs. And then I have 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar. And I'm just going to put this onto my food processor. Just give it a little mix just to combine that sugar with that graham cracker crust. Alright, so once you do that, we're going to be adding our melted butter. It's 6 tablespoons of melted butter into our graham crackers. And while I'm doing this, I'm also preheating my oven to 350, so don't forget to do that. So let's put our melted butter in here. Make sure you get all that butter. And what you're basically looking for with this is whenever you put it in your hand, if you can like squeeze it together and it stays in its shape, it should be ready to go. So let's So here's our graham cracker, and whenever I hold it together, it stays its shape. So now we're going to go ahead and put this into a 9-inch pie pan. There we go. Okay, now with this, I'm just going to be using the back side of a measuring cup to kind of press it in there and push it up the sides. They do have things like tampers that you can use to kind of get that crust nice and firm. I don't have one, but I know they exist. So I'm just moving this all the way around. Making sure to also get up the sides. That's our oven telling us that it's ready and we are almost there. You want to be careful whenever you do this because you want to try to make it as even as you possibly can. And you don't want to accidentally give yourself a shallow end. You could also do this as a tart if you wanted to. Just put this into a tart pan instead. So we're going to pop this into the oven at 350 for about 10 minutes. You just want that crust to set really nicely so whenever you go to get a piece of pie, it doesn't crumble all over the place. So let's put this in the oven for about 10 minutes. Okay, so while our pie crust is inside the oven baking, let's go ahead and put our filling together. So for that you need 2 egg yolks. You need 1 tablespoon of fresh lime zest. You need a 1/2 cup of lime juice. And then you need 1 can of condensed milk. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and whisk all this together. So that's all whisked together, so we're just gonna set this to the side while we're waiting for our pie crust. Alright, so our pie crust is out of the oven. I let it cool for about 10 minutes. And now I'm just gonna take our pie filling and put that directly into our pie crust. Give it a little jiggle. And now we're going to put this back into the oven at 350 for about 15 minutes. You just want it to have a slight jiggle and be kind of firm. Alright, so our pie just came out of the oven. It has a slight jiggle to it, which is exactly what we want. It's nice and firm. We're just going to let this sit on the counter for 30 minutes just to cool completely. And then we're going to put it into the fridge to firm up completely for an hour. So, we will see this pie again about an hour and a half. Alright guys, so our pie has been inside the fridge setting. It's completely set. So now you can either make your own homemade whipped cream or you can get a can like I have. I had some heavy cream, but I guess it expired. My husband threw it out. So we're going to use the can instead. So I'm just going to do just some little dollops to go around. And then we'll do one big dollop in the middle. All right, and then you can decorate this however you want. I just have a couple of lime slices, and I'm just gonna place those just like that. About one on each corner, and then I'll put one directly in the middle. And you have it, guys, a key lime pie. How exciting. Well, thank you so much for joining me in the kitchen today, guys, for another great recipe. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe down below, and I will see you next time. Bye.